This is Moonshine and Music with Joe Shelton. Wait a minute, that's me. Anyway, we're going to bring you some inspiring songwriters, musicians, and maybe some side challenges and other stuff around the music industry. So stick with us right now, because the show is coming your way. Woo! Moonshine and Music starts right now. Welcome to Moonshine and Music. Today's episode, we have Luka Music on the show. How you doing, Luka?
Great to be here, Joe Shelton.
Yeah?
I appreciate you and everything you do.
Well, I appreciate that. I'm glad you appreciate everything I do. I don't know. Some of the things I do may not be that...
I remember when you were talking about this show years ago, and now look at it.
Yeah?
It's come so far.
It is definitely a different show than it was before. How long have you been playing music? I usually start out in a different area, but let's go there to start with.
It was like in, middle school. I was into Nirvana. Well, I first learned guitar because I like Poison and all those hair bands. And, I was like 11 and I took guitar lessons from this, dude with big hair. And, then Nirvana came out and I was like 12, 13, so I started, doing a lot of those songs and just making noise in my parents' basement. My dad always was a drummer and always had different bands, so there was always a drum set and like a PA in the basement. So even though I liked making movies more at a young age, I just kept gravitating back towards music because it was a fun thing to do.
Movies, that's interesting. Did you make some?
Yeah, if you look at LJ&J 99 and you spell out the word "and" on YouTube, all my old stuff's on there. Some of it's embarrassing and maybe not PC enough because we were kids and we thought, really crude stuff was funny. But it's all on there, and that was our main thing we did all through high school, me and my buddies.
And the internet never forgets.
Yeah. Good old YouTube.
You grew up in the Indianapolis area, is that right?
In '92, we moved here from Nebraska.
Nebraska.
So I was born in South Dakota, and then we moved to Ankara, Turkey, which is the capital, and then to Nebraska. I grew up there from preschool to 5th grade, and then right from 5th to 6th grade, we moved to Indiana. I started going to Franklin Township Middle School, and that was a culture shock. It was like a very small town I came from in Nebraska called Plattsmouth. It was just like very small school, Catholic elementary school. So it was very different to come here with all these different religions and different people and ethnicities, and I think I adapted to it pretty quick, but I definitely missed my old friends. So I started growing my hair long and had this long dangly earring and would wear Guns N' Roses shirts and, the flannel and Nirvana stuff. So that was me in middle school. It was like same hair I got now, but, looked like a little girl, more so.
Were you... Was your dad in the military or something?
Yeah, both of my parents were in Air Force.
Oh, I see.
Like my dad would be in the different bands when he was in the military, and they got to play for the ambassador when we lived in Turkey, stuff like that. And then his band later in Nebraska opened for Molly Hatchet. They were called Rival, and big inspiration of mine.
I heard a Molly Hatchet joke the other day. I can't remember it right now, though.
Where you're just flirting with disaster.
No, it wasn't that. It was, I can't remember. I don't know. It'll come to me later, probably.
I got all their autographs on a paper plate my dad got for me.
For real? Chris Wolf was the one that had the joke. We'll have to ask him later.
He's a funny guy. Did you know his birthday is the day before mine?
I did not know that.
May 30th and May 31st.
And I think the first time I saw you was at Chris's open stage at Square Cat Vinyl.
Yes, right? That's where I first met you. Yeah,
and I've heard several of your songs from that. You have a record out there that people can find?
Yeah, right now I'm recording a bunch of tunes I've been meaning to record for a long time. In the past, I had different bands, like had a band called The Language in 2005, and we had a lot of recordings, but never really released a real album before breaking up. And then I went solo for the longest time and kind of disappeared for a while I got married and had a son. And then I came back, started coming to Chris's open mics, started coming here, meeting you, meeting, Robots, Magic Powers, Holly Schultz, all these different people, Jeff Kelly. And then because my son was getting older, needed to be hanging out with him more, so I kind of come, disappear, and then come back, and then disappear again. And what was your question?
What a new record? Do you have a record up
Yeah,
for people to find?
so I've got like 6 or 7 songs recorded now. I actually brought the CD. It's not officially pressed yet, but once I got about 12 of them done recording, I'll
stick it out there.
Yeah.
What is your goal to have that this year? Is that in 2020?
Yeah, we don't we don't got much time
We
left.
don't got much time left in this year. Yeah.
So yeah, 2020. Look for it. Luka's first album.
Oh, that's cool.
It's
man.
like 15 years in the making.
Well, you said you used to wear Guns N' Roses T-shirts, and now you're taking after them in the production time.
Did they always take a long time?
Well, that one record, Chinese Democracy, took him 15 years or something to make.
Wow.
Which you would think with the kind of budgets they have, they could kind of get it done.
Probably because Axel was a little difficult to work with. He's off doing something, and they're like, "Hey, we got to record these vocals," and he's like, "Yeah."
So, do you find it hard to put together the time to do that with shuffling it with having a child and everything?
Yeah, it just seems to be work. I work as a audio-visual technician, as a stagehand, and so I got 2 jobs, and then whatever gigs I can get. So it's kind of like 3 jobs, and then every time I'm not doing that, it's got my son, and he has autism, nonverbal, so it's a big learning process with him, and learning a lot about autism, which I never really knew about before.
So how old is he?
5.
5.
Still doesn't talk, and it's just a lot of, they call it stimming, and making these strange noises, and he loves going for rides. He loves being out in nature, and I love being out in nature, so it's the best combination. Just go to the park with him. That's what most of my free time is spent doing.
Well, that's really nice. Do you ever I used to like going hiking and stuff with the kids when they were little like that as well, and you ever go to southern Indiana, like Brown County Park, and go through those parks with him and stuff?
Yeah, brought him there once about a year ago. It was amazing.
There's one area there, if you go in the springtime around, forget the name of the lake, but it's the bigger of the two. If you go walking around to the back side of it, the frogs spawn back there in March. I bet he would love that.
Yeah.
Little, baby, the tadpoles spring up into the...
So you can hear them all singing.
Yeah.
I love that.
Yeah.
I used to live near a frog pond and just go out and listen to their singing all night long. Very inspirational, very calming, peaceful to the soul.
Yeah. So does your son? Is he into your music? Do you play to him a lot? Is that one?
Yeah, there was a time actually I went up to Upper Michigan to hang out with my dad and playing a bunch of shows with him. I was gone for a while and I was really missing him. And this one day, his mom sent me a video of him. Obviously, he was really missing me, and he was watching my song, my video, and listening to me sing, and just getting really excited about it. Because he just wears his emotions on his sleeve. You can't hold anything back with him. So needless to say, I broke down crying, and I was really missing him at the time. So it was really powerful just to see him. Hadn't seen him in a month, and just he was really getting down to my sound.
Well, that's really cool.
His name's Lyric, so...
His name's Lyric? That's
I always
really
wanted
good.
him to continue me and my father's tradition of singing and songwriting. So hopefully one day he does that. If not, whatever he likes to do, I'm sure he'll do it with all of his heart.
Well, I can tell you're really proud of him, and that's really nice, and it's good to see.
He is my world.
So it's at this point in the show when we bring in comedian Brent Lee Smith, and I'm unsure what he is going to do.
He's bringing
today.
the little drum set. I haven't seen this in action yet.
He's always has a trick up his sleeve, and today it looks like he has a drum set. So I don't know what quite the thing. So what's going on here, Mr. Brent?
Well, we've had a variety of artists come on. Some bands have a couple people, some full bands, a lot of acoustic acts. I wanted to audition for your band.
Sweet. You know, I've been meaning to put a band together, and you've got it.
Awesome.
You've got Motzi.
But the only thing is, it can only be you and me, like, and your son if he so chooses. But yeah, so just you can't be anybody else because you don't want to spread the money out that much.
How are your harmonies?
I just do the drums.
I'll have to get a voice octavator then for live shows.
There you go.
Yeah.
We'll figure it out.
So you're gonna audition? Is that what's happening?
We can.
All right.
Well, let's see it.
You know, Blue Christmas?
No. Any other requests?
What do you like? I'll sing it.
I don't know. Like I'm auditioning for your band.
All right.
Yeah, he wants you to be in charge.
I'll have a blue Christmas without you, Brandon Geis. All of the sweetness that you bring to me. You've got it. You're hired.
Awesome. So 60-40 split?
Yeah. Me 60. You mean?
No, the other way.
Oh.
See, I'm bringing the new dynamic, like I'm bringing the change.
You're bringing the noise.
Yeah.
What's our band name gonna be?
Luka.
60-40 split?
Yeah, that's cool. I was just thinking, Brent Lee Smith and the guy who sings for him.
I love it.
Yeah.
Because I'm so sick of my name, It's like, that's what I've been going by lately, just Luka, and it's like, I don't know, I really want to, come up with a cool band name.
All right. Yeah, we're just...
Brent Lee Smith and the guy who sings for him is
It's
definitely
a much better range
little
than
different.
Luka.
Awesome.
Well, hey, you got yourself a new gig here, Brent. So it was great to have you.
Awesome. Yeah, hopefully we don't blow up too much to where we're too big for the show, but, if we ever get to there, we'll still throw you a bone.
Luckily, nobody
Okay.
will know me, so I'll be able to just duck out, and you can, take all the screaming fans.
I'm okay with that.
I'll just have a mustache and a newspaper, like Paul McCartney on the.
You're gonna do the curly Q mustache too, because I think that would really.
It's been a hard day's night.
Yeah,
I can do that.
yeah.
I see big things for us.
Me too. So I need to go practice, I guess. So, thank you, sir.
All right.
Appreciate the gig.
Our first gig is next
Yeah.
week at Books and Brews.
2 weeks. I'm busy next week.
You're killing me, Smalls.
Schedule is what it is, man.
We got to keep this momentum going.
Brent Lee Smith, everybody, drummer, apparently for Brent Lee Smith and the other guy who sings for him.
Is he related to Henry Lee
I don't know if he's related to Henry Lee Smith,
or Robert E. Lee
Robert E. Lee,
or Bruce Lee?
Bruce. Well, I don't know. It's always interesting when Brent comes on the set. So what songs are you going to do for us today? What couple of tunes are you going to do?
Now, I thought about this long and hard, Joe, and it's hard to just pick two. I got a lot of songs over a lot of years. But
I got that.
Yes.
However, we only have room for two.
So I gotta give them some sort of variety. So I'm gonna give them this old one that I used to do in that band called The Language. It's called Be My Intention, because it's kind of maybe more upbeat, maybe more catchy, poppy. And then the second song I want to do is more emotional and heartbreak. It's called How to Talk to You, and it's a bit longer and probably more boring. So give them that good variety, save the boring for last, end the show so everybody can take a nap.
Hey, usually the biggest time that people watch it is on Sunday afternoon. So get that Sunday afternoon nap in with Luka music. right?
Please have sweet dreams to it.
Well, we're going to be right back with Luka on the stage here at Moonshine and Music.
Woo!
Thanks for coming in.
Thank you. Hi, my name's Luka, and I like to call this song Be My Intention. Every time you come around my way, I will forgive again. You will stay when you say that you believe in me. Makes me forget all the bad times and love you again. I'm trying to deny that I don't really want you tonight. And I had so much to say. Forgot how to lie. You were so near and dear. I almost forgot everything. You were the voice that jogs my memory. Oh, thank you very much. I love this microphone. It looks so cool. Oh, this song is written a couple years ago in a time where I was in a sad place. About, in a relationship, you try to make them work out, and sometimes communication is difficult. So this one's called How to Talk to You. Please look out for the road in front of you. I'll save your life if you save my soul. I love you. Trees form rows of divine dancing sighs. I hear your breath through the morning, and I've seen you try your skin, little darling. I've got something to say that might not seep in. While you're hiding your true beauty disguised by a mask of illusion. No, I cannot see your true light. I cannot find you in the dark. I cannot see your new life. I cannot talk to you no more. I cannot break away from this tower till my shift is over. But I wanna see you again. I wanna talk to you more clearly, my friend. I haven't seen you since I don't know when, but I believe that the time has come for us to awaken instead. Oh, give me your hand. I don't know how to talk to you. Said I don't know how to talk to you. No, I don't know how to talk to you. Said I don't know how to talk to I don't know how to talk to you, baby. Thank you. Thank you very much.
Moonshine and Music is a presentation of Notlehs Entertainment. Copyright 2019, all rights reserved. Our producer is Joe Shelton. Our cameraman, grip, and stunt double is Brent Lee Smith. On cameras and all sorts of other stuff, Bailey Shelton. And our staff guru is Brent Schlemmer. Join us each Sunday for more episodes of Moonshine and Music.